Hello and welcome to the LGBTQ review, where every week we take an LGBTQ related film and we review it. This week we're looking at Below Her Mouth.
I don't want to think about my life. I'm memorizing every part of you. I've never done anything like this before. I need to end this.
Why were you never like that with me?
I want you to stay.
The film follows Dallas, who has just broken up with her partner. She's a roofer and she's doing some roof work on Jasmine's neighbour's house. Jasmine is a fashion editor and is getting married soon. There's some wolf whistling by these roofers at Jasmine. Like later on she goes out clubbing with her friends and she meets Dallas out clubbing and she's like, oh, I know you, you're doing some roofing on my neighbour's house. And she's like, yeah, I know you. And then there's like some kind of like chemistry there and they kiss and she runs out, and then later on she sees Dallas again and they get together and have like this whirlwind weekend long love affair, which is just lots of sex essentially. They're in a bath having sex and the husband to be walks in and catches them. He's like, okay, we can make this work if you like break up. Go do that now, don't shower, go do it now. And then she like finishes it with her, and then Dallas, she's kind of like falling for her. She's like really upset about this. The husband and Jasmine are having sex, but it just isn't happening. And then Jasmine goes to meet Dallas on a bench and they have coffee. It's like the end of Imagine Me and You, according to Beth.
Below Her Mouth is a Canadian erotic romance drama film. So many descriptive words. And it premiered at the 2016 Toronto International Film Festival. It was directed by Canadian actress and filmmaker April Mullen. She was the first woman to have directed a live-action, fully stereoscopic 3D feature film.
What was that film?
Dead Before Dawn, 3D.
Have you seen it?
I have not seen it.
I've not seen it. The production crew were all women.
Apart from two crane drivers.
Who they got in because they're like specialists.
Yeah. It was shot in Toronto over a period of 3.5 weeks.
Roofing. Have you written anything about that?
The director's family were roofers, so she was familiar with roofing and thus used it for the character of Dallas. The reviews, James, they didn't like this film, not one bit.
Reading some of the reviews, I agree with some of the criticism. It was like thin on narrative and heavy on just sex scenes, which like I think, yeah, maybe that the balance was like slightly skewed for like a feature film. The first thing I knew about this film was that I shouldn't watch it with my mother, like, which was your message.
Well, yeah, I just thought.
Which, yeah, I agreed with. Yeah, it does open on a sex scene. There are a lot of sex scenes in this, and they're like, it does describe itself as an erotic romantic drama, and a lot of the criticism did say like it verges on like the pornographic, or like it made comparisons with Blue is Almost Colour. Though I can understand why on the face of it that would be a comparison, but that is like a film directed by a man and it has a male gaze about a lesbian couple, whereas this is a film directed by a woman with an all-female crew and has specifically a female gaze. So that is like a massive distinction. The characters and narrative do suffer, like that development does suffer for the amount of like sex scenes that this film has, just because of how it plays out. But if that's what they wanted to do, then fair enough. I don't think it like...
That does seem to be what they set out to do. They just wanted to make a lesbian movie for lesbians with a lot of sex in it.
Yeah.
Mission complete.
I mean, do you really like this film?
No, I didn't hate it. I don't think I'd ever watch it again.
Considering it was made in like 3 weeks, it's like filmed in 3 weeks, it's very like polished and like cinematic and it looks great.
Oh, yeah, it looks great.
Yeah.
I think it's good. It's exactly what it set out to be.
Yeah, talking about the characters and the narrative slightly.
Yeah. What narrative?
Well, yeah. One of the protagonists, Dallas, is I find to be like a thoroughly unlikable character.
She's just like Shane from the L Word.
Yeah, exactly. That's the first thing I thought. Because I quite like characters that are, we use like the word problematic a lot, but like characters that are not one thing or another. They're not like a nice person, they're not like a nasty person.
Yeah.
They are just like a real person. Like a lot of like mumblecore films and characters kind of fit into that grey area.
There's a show on Netflix, it's called Friends from College or something, and all the critics hate it because all the characters are horrible, but it got a second season and it's fucking ace.
Oh, cool. I'll watch that.
Colby Smulders. the guy from Key and Peele that isn't Peele, obviously, because he's doing other things.
But yeah, I just didn't enjoy spending time with this character. For instance, like that, I think that's a key scene at the beginning of the film, which is on the phone to her ex-partner, and she's just like being outwardly horrible to her for no reason, and that kind of sets up her character. Like that's one of the like first scenes that we see her in. How did you feel about her?
Yeah, I didn't like her. I didn't like any of them. Shall we talk about who's in it?
Yeah.
So Dallas is played by Erika Linder. She's a Swedish model and actress. Originally, the character of Dallas was supposed to be Italian, but she just looked and sounded too Swedish. Jasmine was played by Natalie Krill, who's a Canadian actress who's in a couple of episodes of Orphan Black. Have you watched any of that?
No.
That's great. That's really, really good. Like, there's going to be a comic solely about the lesbian characters. And then the assistant, who's in it for like 2 minutes, was played by Elise Bowman from Carmilla. Yeah. Don't watch this. Just watch that instead. It's so good. And Almost Adults as well, which is another great lesbian movie from Canada.
What did you think of the fiancé? I guess he's the only major male character in the film. This is of note because it's usually, like, I don't know, it's usually the other way around, isn't it? I thought he was quite a good character up until he was like, oh no, you can't go shower, we've got to go and see Dallas now so you can break up with her. Just let your fiancé shower. Like.
Also, it only been the whole film takes place over a weekend. So it can only have been 2 days.
Yeah, that...
I don't think you have to break up with someone over 2 days, do you? Do you?
No. Yeah, like until I read it was over a weekend, I did not think it was over a weekend because there was so much that happens.
But then if you think about it, nothing happens.
Oh.
Sometimes you just spend a weekend having sex. And that's never on TV and film because it's fucking boring for other people to watch. The dialogue is not good dialogue.
No, it's not.
No, I really love dialogue, so it was a slog to get through. Although, I don't want to lose you is much less creepy than saying, can I keep you?
Yes.
The writing is so bad. There's that point where she says, you won't catch up, no one will ever catch me. And it's like all the bad bits of Skins, but with like none of the charm. And they're like teenage characters as well that are just inexplicably adults. Can you think of a bit of the movie that makes sense?
No?
At least it looks good.
It's just a bit of a charmless film. Like with a lot of things we watch, you can go back and watch them, like the quality may differ, but there's like a certain charm to it, whether it's how it's made or like the story or if it's like a cult film or whatever. This just doesn't have that. It's just like watch it once and like don't want to see that again.
I can't think of a film that we've watched that I wouldn't watch again apart from The Humbling, which I hate. And I don't hate this film, but I wouldn't watch it again.
Yeah.
And maybe I'd even watch The Humbling again.
Yeah,
There was some kind of Greta Gerwig marathon.
Yeah, true. I would rate this 2.2 roof tiles.
I'm gonna rate it 2.5 tool belts. I did like the suede tool belt. That was a good bit of it. I do like a tool belt. Thanks for watching. This has been the LGBTQ review. I have been Beth and that has been James. Make sure to like this video if you liked it and subscribe to our channel to get all our latest content. You can follow us on Twitter at LGBTQ_review and see all the stuff we do there. That's it. Goodbye.